In this example, we don't have an actual data set or a problem that we're working on, but we just want to get a feel for what is Stackey going to do when it creates the dots for a difference in proportions that come from an experiment, whereas in the last example, we looked at an observational study. So suppose we are looking at a randomized experiment where we're testing for a difference in population proportions, and we have a group that has 10 subjects. 8 of them responded yes to whatever we're looking at. The second group has 8 subjects in it, and 6 of them were yes. We just want to go through how you would get a single dot or a single simulation in the randomization distribution. And then this is what Stackey would do like 10,000 times when we click that button to do 10,000 randomizations to give us that whole picture that we're seeing when we do it. So what is done first if we're dealing with difference in proportions, and this is when we're looking at an experiment, is all the data would be combined into one. What does our data look like here? Well, we're looking at yes-no data. So we have 10 subjects with 8 yeses, and so that would be 8 yeses with 2 no's. And then the other data set had 6 yeses out of 8, so 6 y's. And again, 2 no's. So we would combine that all together for this total here of 18 observations. What we're going to do then is we're going to randomly pick some of these to go to group 1. So we're going to randomly pick 10 to go to group 1 because we started with 10 there. So the computer says out of these yeses and no's that we have here, randomly grab 10 of them to go to group 1. So maybe it gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These 10 values. Whatever's left over then, the rest, would go to group 2. So what would be left over here is we grabbed 9 of the y's with 1 n. We would be left with 5 y's and 3 n's from this total up here of 18. So after it's done that, put everything together, randomly do the 10-8 split. What we're going to do then is look at what are our two proportions for this new data. So we will find P1 hat minus P2 hat for this randomized data. So in our first group, we have 9 yeses out of 10. So P1 hat would be 9 out of 10. In our second group, we had 5 yeses out of 8. So our difference in our two proportions will be 9 out of 10 minus 5 out of 8, which is 0.275. So this would be our dot on our dot plot. And then that process gets repeated like 1,000 times and allows us to look at then where's our actual P1 hat minus P2 hat from our sample falling in these 1,000 dots that would be produced.